Yo, what is up? It's that time. It's that moment. It's Righteous with another video. Alright, so it's been a while, guys, and I can't promise 100 million videos in 1 week, but I missed this, and I just wanted to give you an update on what I think on the Canelo versus Crawford press conference. Um, if you haven't tuned in, check it out when you have a chance. There are some things that I find to be interesting. And this is just for the build up. It has nothing to do with the actual fight because breaking down the fight at this point is way too early. The fight will take on September 19th, if I'm not mistaken. I will be reading an article, which is a small article, but nothing too crazy. I just want to, talk about some of the facts that are coming out, some things that I'm not liking because obviously I'm not liking everything. And as us as fans, hardcore fans, um, to correct myself, um, you know, we critique a lot of things, and that's exactly what I'm here for, is to basically break down some of the things that I saw that I didn't like. But let's see what this article has to say. Uh, all right. So it talks a little bit about you know, the whole connection with Saudi Arabia. Actually, the fight is going to be on September 13th, I'm sorry, which is going to be closer to Independence Day, Mexican Independence Day, so that makes sense. And it will be streamed on Netflix, which I am not too uh, you know, I'm not too confident about that right now. I don't like it. The last time I watched a fight, I think it was the Tyson fight. Yeah, I think it was the Tyson fight. And I didn't like how Netflix handled that. They're not good at live events, in my opinion. Um, they need to fix that, and I don't like it because of so many reasons. Like you know, there, someone has to be streaming it correctly. You feel me? And if the main people that is streaming the fight, that it's actually putting the fight out, is having a hard time of making sure that everybody gets the footage in the right way, on time and live, that is scary for me. And this is a very big fight. You know what I'm saying? This is a fight we've been asking for, so to say, because Crawford, we didn't ask for Crawford to have a fight with Canelo, but we did ask for Crawford to get a big challenge. At one point, we thought about Pacquiao, but that was Pacquiao asking to fight Crawford. We haven't had anybody aside from Errol Spence fight Crawford that would probably give him the test of time. And now with Canelo, you know what I mean? We can't have a weird streaming service mess up this moment. But let me not rant on that. I think you guys agree with me. They brought up the whole thing about Tom and Jerry boxing. So basically, some guy basically chasing another guy, which is gonna happen. That's natural. Like, we're not stupid. But at the same time, you know, the whole running conversation has been brought up by Showbiz the adult, and shout out to him and his team. But I think it could be getting out of hand. I like the fact that we're bringing it up in normal conversations. I think that that's great. The last fight that we saw with Canelo, he was basically chasing someone around the ring for multiple rounds. It was pretty bad. We've seen guys like Shakur Stevenson do things like this, display this kind of style of fighting and not throw punches. We've seen Devin Haney do the same thing. So, there's a lot of guys utilizing this style of boxing. And to be honest with you, it's not entertaining. But as boxing fans, we all know these things. You know what I'm saying? We all know that this happens. But at the end of the day, I think we need to be careful what we wish for. Let's just bring it up in conversation, but at the same time, be careful what you wish for because this could get out of hand. So back to what was being said in the press conference. This is just a breakdown. Um, there's a lot of talk of Dana White being involved. Um, he wants to be a part of this. They're also conversing about Crawford's last fight. They asked Crawford about it. He said he thought he fought. He thought he won his fight clearly, clear cut. He said it was a clear cut victory. Uh, I wouldn't say it was a clear cut victory, but I would say that he won. It was a damn good fight, and it's one of those fights that didn't get publicized like that. But in my opinion, it was still a good fight. Let's see what else was said. So they spoke about William Skull. You know, you guys heard about that. You know how that fight went, and there was back and forth about who was the better fighter. Basically, Crawford saying that he's different, and Canelo saying he's not different. When it comes to the actual fight, it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a pretty close fight, and I am excited about it. I really think it's gonna be a good fight. Um, I wanna see how the build up gets there and stuff like that. I have a feeling that Terrence Crawford is gonna turn into the villain in this fight because you know in actuality we all know that Canelo is actually the villain in this fight, but to make uh, the Americans tune in, I think Crawford's gonna have to turn into the villain in this fight. So what is Crawford gonna have to do? He's gonna have to talk about all the steroid thing that's going on with his coach, with Canelo's coach. Uh, I think that's what's gonna come up. I think that's gonna come up in the maybe the last press conference, not in the ones where they're about to do weigh-ins, but the ones where they're about to start camp. So they're starting early, in my opinion. These press conferences are starting pretty early, and I like it. It's good. But they still haven't started camp yet. You see what I'm saying? So right before they start camp, I'm pretty sure Crawford's gonna say some things to make it stick that, bro, I don't mess with you. We're not homies no more. We're gonna fight and it's gonna go down, and I'm gonna say some shit to make you understand that I don't like you right now. We're not homies. Um, and that's it. It's gonna have to get saucy. I don't think Canelo is gonna be on the same speed as Crawford when it comes to talking, but it should be entertaining. I'm pretty sure that Canelo has seen all kinds of people talking smack to him and stuff like that, being that he fought Floyd Mayweather. So it's not going to change his performance, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I think they both have challenges with this fight. Just to get close to ending this video, but I just want to say I think that they both have challenges with this fight. One being that Canelo is the heavier fighter. He's a little bit slower on his feet, but he does hit hard, and he's not used to someone with the same skill sets as Crawford. That's just a fact. Um, one of the best boxers to adapt as things are happening in boxing right now is Crawford. We had Lomachenko, we have Usyk, we have so many great boxers that we've seen in the past 10 years, and Crawford is elite. He is top tier when it comes to adapting as the fight is happening. We've seen it so many times with Crawford. Sometimes people just can't believe it. But what else is Crawford supposed to do? He can't keep fighting guys that are basically not on his level or not gonna get him the right payday that he needs for him and his family. So I think that's gonna be entertaining. I think Crawford going up in weight is definitely gonna be a challenge for him. I think Canelo having the heavier hands and Crawford having to learn how to fight on the inside with someone like Canelo, because the thing is, at some point they're gonna have to fight on the inside. That I really do not think um that Crawford's gonna be able to win this fight without going to the inside. That's not his style. He's never really knocked out people from the outside like that. He goes into the pocket and then tries to get you to make subtle mistakes. And if you do that with Canelo, that is going to create a war. That's why I want to see this fight, because I know that for a fact Canelo is not going to just take that and just be like, oh, you maybe make a mistake and then now you're going to punish me for it and then I have to just chase you. Nah, you're going to get something back. And Crawford is not going to let up. Obviously, Crawford is going to try to show that he's the bigger punch, but you can only be the bigger punch so much with just longer arms. Just because you have longer arms doesn't mean you have the bigger punch. Now, who is more precise? That is going to be the question, because we both can say, I mean, we can all say that both of them have the bigger punch. Both guys can fight. Both guys have power. We've seen more of a display, obviously, from Canelo, but who is more precise? We don't know. If you guys have anything else to add to this video, please comment below. I will try to keep uploading some more videos. I have something to talk about when it comes to other things like Superman, Batman. I like talking about different types of things, not just sports all the time. And I'm hoping to open up more things on this channel. It's still under construction. Sorry, I'm not like every other streamer or YouTuber, but I do have an Instagram. You go ahead and follow me there. And I do try to post as much as I can, especially when it comes to my story. Check out my stories. Much love to you guys. I'm just spreading what is being said out here, and updating who hasn't been updated, and then also giving you my opinion. So, like I said, if there's something I didn't cover or something that I missed, please let me know. I would like to converse with you guys. Take care, peace out, and let's try to keep boxing alive.